if you could just make this the last time, that would be just brilliant. Or did you actually want to be in it? Do you want to stand up here with me? My wife is cooking the breakfast, but she keeps interrupting my flow. So hi there guys, bit of a sad day today in some ways because having been through a hell of a rigmarole trying to buy this bike from the middle of last year, all sorts of promises made by MotoGP that never happened. In the end I took delivery in November. Very pretty bike, comfortable, but I'm afraid it's just got to go. Why? Well, I suppose it comes down basically to the engine, which I saw on another video somebody described as feeble, a feeble 350 that really doesn't keep up with some 125s. And I got burned off by a Nissan Micra the other day, and I decided to do a little test to see how long it took to get from 60 to 70. And it took 11 seconds, which I think is actually unsafe. So it's partly the feeble engine, and although most of my riding is around the back roads, occasionally I need to go on a main road or a faster highway, and being overtaken by trucks and buses and stuff is not very comfortable, as most of us will understand. Although that isn't my main reason for having a bike to ride on those kinds of roads. Combined with that, there is a speed limiter of about 72 miles an hour, which I find intensely irritating for two reasons really. First of all, you're not getting the full potential out of the bike when you need to, perhaps, when you need to use that acceleration. And secondly, I just don't like Big Brother telling me how fast I'm going to go. Not that I want to go fast on the bike, but occasionally we do need to zip it up a little bit for safety reasons often, and I'm not able to do that. Nobody has come up with a solution to this speed limiter that has been imposed on us by our friends in India. Thirdly, the tripper. Well, it's a bit of a disaster. I did a video the other day on the tripper. And although actually in the last week or so an update has come out, probably about 18 months too late for me, the tripper is a bit of a gimmick and does not work effectively. You need, if you want to do some serious traveling, you need a GPS that is going to be more reliable. And I suppose the other thing is the lights. The lights are extremely dim. The standard lights, I have upgraded my lights, but not to my satisfaction. And while the lights themselves are dim, the dials are blinding. So blinding, in fact, that I have a couple of socks that if I go out at night on the bike, which is rare, I have to put socks over the dials to save myself from getting blinded. All these things, to be honest, I found irritating, and I've decided to upgrade to something else. And the other disappointment, I suppose, at what I've got for this bike in part exchange, I did try and sell it privately, but I found I was getting messed around a little bit, so I just took the part exchange price, which was £2,250. So I'm not too happy about that, but still, hopefully I'll be riding a bike that I'm a little bit more satisfied with and feel more confident that will get me out of trouble when I need to. I hope to stay in the Meteor group because it is a lovely bike. I love it, and I've got friends who've got the Meteor, but I'm afraid it's goodbye. You may be able to hear the bells in the background, not ringing in celebration, it has to be said. I should just say that it's not all bad news about this bike, actually. It really is supremely comfortable, low, so you can get your leg over it. And the engine is extremely smooth, albeit underpowered. And the fuel consumption is unbelievable, to be honest. 100 miles to the gallon I'm getting. And I won't be getting that from my new one. Anyway, as they say, let's move on. Actually, I'm going to do my last bit of video with this as I'm riding to pick up my new bike. So today I'm having my final ride on the Meteor. Lovely ride actually, up through the Cotswolds to Stratford-on-Avon, which is where I'm going to buy my new bike. Roads are horrendous, potholes. But in fairness, the seat on this is very comfortable. It deals with bumps on the road pretty well. The only problem is power, and there is very little of it. For instance, I'm on a very slight incline at the moment. I'm doing, well, let's go down into third. I'm doing 40 miles an hour in third, and I'm going to see how long it takes me to get to 50. Driving into Stratford now. Across another River Avon. Stratford-on-Avon. I like Stratford when it's not full of tourists. Oh yeah, how do I make my living again? Just another mile or so now. ship, is it? Wow, that would be telling. And I think I can stretch another video out of this. So, anyway, some of you may already know, but here we are anyway. So I'm afraid this is the end of the road for the old Enfield. Pretty bike, but with pretty dismal performance, I'm afraid. If you have a motorbike, you at least need some performance. So let's go in and see where my new one is. There it goes.